I feel like I can somewhat talk again now, so I do want to get back into filming because I missed it so much and I missed you guys. And I know I said in my community tab yesterday that I feel so empty inside when I can't put up videos because I love doing it so much. So we are back, and today we're going to be trying out the limecrime products that I ended up picking up at IMATS. So I have a few things. If you didn't already see my haul, I have this eyeshadow palette that I got for free because I spent way too much money at limecrime. This is what it looks like. This is actually a shimmery yellow. I know it looks like this is part of the palette, but it's actually a shadow. So we're going to be trying out this. I don't know if this is the normal limecrime formula that they have in their other palettes, but we're going to find out. I also have a highlighting palette which looks like this, and I'm not gonna lie, I've actually tried this before and I absolutely love it and I can't wait to put it on my face again. I also have a brow mascara which looks like this, which I've also tried, so this is not really going to be a first impression. This is just me showing you the products and then trying out the ones that I haven't already tried. So we're just gonna start off by putting this one on, and I really like this. My only complaint is that I wish that the wand was just a little bit smaller. Like, I wish that it was just like half the size. Like, this is kind of a lot. And I also just feel like it's a bit flimsy, like it kind of moves around too much. But I really like it because it's small, obviously, and it can really get in there. So, I mean, it doesn't do a whole lot for my brows just because I don't have that much brow hair, but it's still a really good product. And I think if you're looking for a brow mascara or brow gel type thing that has a tint to it, you would really like this. And I have mine in the shade Brownie. And moving on, just to kind of show you the products that I want to test out, I have one of their plushies lipsticks. This is just a very nude shade, so I don't know if I'm going to be using this or if I want to use one of their velveteens. And they look like this. So I have a orange shade, like more of a corally shade, and then a berry shade. I have used these, I really like them. The formula is very wet. It reminds me a little bit of the NARS ones. They apply very wet, but then they dry down matte, and they are really comfortable, so I like those a lot. And I also picked up two of their liquid shadows. So I have a blue one. I'm gonna swatch them on my hand for you so you can see. And they're not really going to go with the palette, but we're gonna find a way to try out at least one of these. So this one is super pretty. It kind of reminds me of the Freedom one that I have from Stila, except that the Stila one is just a shimmer and this one is a glitter. So I way prefer the glitter formula, so I'm really excited about these. I've heard so many good things. And the other one I have is in the shade Starlight. I probably didn't even say what the blue one was called, but I will show you and tell you afterwards. So this is more of a gold slash silver mixed together, sort of, if that makes sense. So those are the products that I want to work with. So, oh, let me just tell you what the blue one is called. The blue one is called Tearful, and this is what it looks like. So I'm gonna start off by priming my eyes, and then I guess we can get into the eye makeup first, or maybe I should put on some highlight. Let's do that. Let's put on some highlights. So I have used, let's see, I've used this one, and this is absolutely beautiful. I'm actually going to swatch them for you as well because I feel like it might be easier for you to see. So I don't know if I have room here, but we're gonna try it anyway. So the first one is definitely more of like a peachy shift, and then you have a yellow one in the middle. And then the last one is more of a champagne-y kind of shade. And these are all super pretty. They all work really nicely for my skin tone, which is great because sometimes when you buy highlighting palettes, you can only use like one or two of the shades, but in this palette, I can definitely use all of them. So I think what I want to do is I want to go in with the yellow because I have not tried this one before. I've tried this one and this is beautiful. I love this. And I'm going to use my Sigma FO3 brush because this one has become my absolute favorite for highlights. And that is really pretty. I'm not sure how well you can see that. Yeah, you can definitely see it. And so I'm really just buffing it in. And that's the nice thing about this brush is that it's kind of dense, so you can deposit a lot, but you could also really use it to buff and blend in your highlights so it doesn't look as streaky. And I don't feel like I'm getting a cast with this at all. It's actually looking kind of nice. But I do feel like it would probably look even better if I had a tan, which I feel like we're far away from me getting a tan anytime soon, and I am not one to self-tan because I just don't have the patience for that. And more power to people who self-tan all the time, but I am never going to self-tan, probably ever, unless, yeah, no, I can't even think of an occasion that I would self-tan because I'm just way too lazy. And it just seems so messy. Alright, let's get into some eyeshadows. I'm going to, of course, prime my eyes with my MAC Paint Pot, and just as an update, I don't know if I'm going to do a separate video on the paint pots that I have, because it turns out that the old paint pot is exactly the same formula as the first one. So if you haven't seen the first video that I put up on this, I will link that in the corner for you, but basically they're a different formula and paint really sucks and soft ochre doesn't. So if there's anything to take away from this video that is going to be helpful, that's probably going to be it. And since I completely forgot to even tell you what the highlighting palette is called, this is their Opals palette. I think you can see that right here. And just for a random mention, I know I'm all over the place in this video, but I tried out the Covergirl brow pen and I really, really like this. I think this is going to be a staple in my collection from now on. This is really, really pretty. I will say though, this is in the shade soft brown, and to me it definitely looks way more like a dark brown, so something to keep in mind if you wanted to try this. Maybe they just run darker than they're supposed to. So yeah, let's get into the eyeshadows. Alright, just for fun though, let's just swatch these so that I can see. I mean, I have swatched them before, but I want you guys to see as well. So here's how they swatch. They actually swatch pretty nicely. Especially that darkest brown down here is actually really nice. So I think that's the one I want to use today. I think I want to do a very simple eye look where I just put that one all over my lid and smoke it out. And then on top, I think I want to go in with the blue glitter and kind of see how that looks. That might look ridiculous, but it might also look really cool. So let's just do that. So I'm just going to pack this brown shade all over my lid and then I will blend it into my crease afterwards. And I'm using my MAC 242 brush to do this with. I'm going to leave a bit of room in my inner corner here because I think I want to go in with that yellow and just see how that performs. But this is packing on beautifully. Like, this is so smooth and buttery. I kind of would have thought that these little mini palettes would be a different formula than the bigger ones, but since I don't have the big ones, I can't really compare and see if they're the same. But if this is the formula of the mattes that are in the bigger palettes, then I can definitely see why people like them. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna start blending this now. I don't know if I want to pull this down onto my lower lash line because maybe I want to do like a pink or something. That could be kind of fun. And I'm using one of my new Hakuhodo brushes, which is a little bit stiffer than I would have liked. I feel like this is going to be a lot better for like packing on shadows like in the outer corner and stuff than it is going to be to blend this out. And this is the J5529. So it's definitely more of a pencil brush than I thought it was. Like, it kind of looks like a blending brush, doesn't it? I don't know, I'm a little bit confused and I don't love it as much as I thought I would, but we're gonna make it work. So I think I want to take a little bit of this lighter brown as well to blend this out with. If you think this is a matte, it's not a matte, this is a shimmer or more of a satin. So this is definitely like the lightest matte in the palette. I'm gonna take a little bit of this on my Sigma E36 and I'm just going to run that right on top and just get a bit of a smoother transition. And I think I want to just finish up with all the shadows before I go in with the glitter. So I'm going to dip into this hot fuchsia pink and I'm going to put that on my lower lash line. And this is a shimmer, so I'm going to spray it. And I'm just going to run this all the way across. That was really, really pretty. I've been loving shimmers on my lower lash line lately. I don't know why, but there's something about having a little bit of sparkle down there that really makes my eyes pop, I feel like. Okay, so tell me if anyone else is like this. So every time I'm sick, the only thing I want to do is shop online. So I've been doing way too much online shopping lately. Not only makeup, but also like clothes and all kinds of stuff. And I don't know what it is about being sick that just makes me want to spend money. But I was able to pick up the ColourPop mystery bag today, so I'm really excited about that. I feel like that can make for a fun video. Which shouldn't be an excuse to spend money, but you know, when you have a channel and there's something fun coming out that you want to do a video on, it's more of an incentive, I suppose, to buy something that you normally wouldn't have. So I guess next up, what I'm going to do before I go in with the glitter is I'm going to take this yellow right here and I'm going to put that in my inner corner. And I'm so sad because I can't find my Morphe M149 brush, which is the one that I always use in my inner corner. And I've had to use like pencil brushes and stuff lately, which isn't all that bad. It's just that when you have a brush that you really love for a certain thing and then you can't find it, I felt so lost. I'm like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna get a good inner corner without my brush? But this is definitely working, but it's not my preferred way to apply an inner corner highlight. But this yellow shade is really pretty. Alright, I'm gonna go in with this blue glitter now, and I feel like it probably would have been a better idea to go in with the other one just because of the brown, but I feel like if this is at all like see-through and transparent, then it's going to look really nice. I don't know if I want to go in with a doe though. I'm gonna get a brush. And this is a Morphe E36 brush. I really like this for putting on glitters actually. It's kind of fluffy. And this glitter is beautiful. Wow. Oh, that is so nice. And I like the opacity that it has. It's not too much. It's still letting the shadow underneath like kind of show through. But you can very easily see the shift that it has. That's really pretty. And I'm probably going to go way overboard because glitter. And I'm also going to pull it up like almost into my crease, kind of into my crease, but then fading it out the higher up I go. And this is why using a fluffy brush to apply this with makes it so much easier, because you can kind of blend it out and not just pack it on. Yeah, I really like this. So I'm basically just going ham and putting this all over where I put down the brown shade. And it's layering on top really nicely. It's not disrupting the shadows underneath, which I have found some glitters to do. But this one does not do that at all. So I like how this is drying down so far, because this is definitely dry now. And it's very comfortable. Like I can easily blink without it feeling like it's going to crack, and it also doesn't feel heavy. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off my eyes, and I'm going to put some pink in my waterline. This is one that I have from Wet n Wild. I don't think it has a name. Oh, it's called Shock Therapy. So I'm going to put this in my waterline. I'm going to put on some liner and mascara, and then I'll come back and we can try out the lipsticks. Alright, so here is the completed eye look all done. Now I will say I went in with the other glitter because I couldn't help myself and my camera had turned off and it was too lazy to turn it back on. But I went in with this one and I put it in my inner corner right above where I put the yellow. And I think it really looks good. I like how the glitters mixes together. I like the formula on these a lot. So far, I want to say I like them as much as my Stila glitters, and that says a lot. And these are cheaper as well. I'll put the price up on the screen for you. I can't remember. I think they are $19, so something like that. But if I'm wrong, the price will be right here. So yeah, let me get into the lipsticks. I think the one that I want to end up putting on my lips is the plushies, because I have not tried this formula before. But I want to swatch the other ones on my hand for you so you can see what they look like. And the first one that I have is called Beet It, which is just a beautiful purple shade. This one I have worn and I really, really liked it. Like I said, they go on very liquidy, but they definitely dry down matte and they're super comfortable. This one right here is called Suedeberry and is more of like a neon corally orange. Super pretty as well. Sorry if my hand is stained. I was trying to get that eyeshadow swatch off and that brown, that really stuck. So I might have some staining on my eyes today, we'll see. The last lipstick that I have is called Psycho, which looks to be just an orange. And again, these are all extremely wet. So you gotta be kind of careful when you put them on and really give them time to dry, but it's super, super pretty. And I don't really feel like any of these shades really go with my eye look except for the purple, which I've already tried. So I want to try the plushies, which is supposed to be more of like a comfortable, buildable matte. And I decided to get this in a nude because I felt like this would be the kind of lipstick that I would wear a lot. So let's see. Yeah, it's definitely going on very sheer compared to other liquid lipsticks that I've tried. I've never tried a formula like this. And since my lips are really dry right now, I don't feel like this really makes them look worse, which is good because a lot of liquid lipsticks would just make them look really, really dry. I probably should have done a lip liner with this because I feel like overlining, it's not that opaque. So I'm probably gonna have to go in with 2 layers. I will say it does feel very comfortable though, but I'm having to use a lot of product to really get this to the opacity that I wanted to. But I really think if I were to just use a lip liner, this would be a lot better. So far I like this. I think it looks really, really pretty. Obviously I can't say anything about lasting power and how it's going to wear, but for now, I'm really impressed with everything that I got. Now, will I use the eyeshadow palette more? Probably not. I mean, it was a free gift and I'm just not very inspired by this color story, so I don't know. It could be a palette that I maybe dip into from time to time if I want a yellow or something. I don't know, but probably won't be using that. Other than that, I really liked all the products I tried. This brow product is really growing on me. I've used it now 4 times, I think, and every time I use it, I kind of like it more. I really feel like it's very comfortable in your brows. It doesn't make them feel like really sticky and yucky, but it still holds them in place and it has a little bit of color to it, which makes them look more natural. So yeah, no, I like everything I tried. Let me know down below what your experience with limecrime is. Do you support the brand? Do you still buy from them? Do you care about all that shit? I mean, clearly I don't care about all that shit that's been going on because I just like makeup. So yeah, no, I would love to know what you feel about the brand, and let me know what your favorite products from them are, because I'm very intrigued now and I would love to try more stuff, especially their dewdrops. I mean, these are just beautiful. So really happy with everything that I got actually. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. It's so good to be back. I'm so excited to start making videos again. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I will keep feeling better every day now and this will just be a thing of the past. So thank you so much for watching as always. If you are new to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!